Hey, Soul Tribe. Welcome to Healing Truth Tarot. So, we're going to do a video on the energies for 2025. This will be my first time ever doing a yearly report. All right. Which card, Spirit? Okay, the Rider-Waite Meaning Tarot. I just went through this deck and censored all of my Nikki people. Give it one more shuffle. It's been shuffled thoroughly. I don't know if this is going to go month by month. My guides don't give me information like a layout information, Celtic Cross or anything like that. It's useless. It never works. All right, so general energy for the year of 2025. Clear and precise messages. Temperance. We're going to find some balance. Balance, harmony, moderation, patience, being sensible, purpose, finding meaning. Okay, I feel like that's in regards to our current accelerated spiritual awakening. Okay, Spirit, talk to us about our ascension, about our spiritual awakening for 2025. Tower moment. Things crumbling. It's old structures, old paradigms crumbling. And as much as we want that to happen, I'm being told that we're going to feel like we are floundering for a while because we're so used to having these structures. Conflict, disagreements, Five of Swords. Conflict, disagreements, competition, defeat, winning at all costs, sneakiness. So we know what that's about. Five of Swords, we know what that's about, that sneakiness and winning at all costs. How's that going to work out? Clear and precise messages, please. It isn't. It isn't going to work out. That is not the Pelican Man's, that is not his energy. He doesn't do things traditionally. He's all willy-nilly all over the place. So the Hierophant is about, is institution, tradition, religion, society and its rules. Social approval, conformity, forgiveness, bonded, mercy, wisdom, trust. So the words wisdom and trust speak to me today. Okay, I was just asking in my head, speak to us about President Harris, please, and there we have it. Clarity, cutting through the BS. Important messages coming through. Messages that allow her to move forward because of cutting through the BS. Because she is able to. Information that she needs. Ace of Pentacles, same thing. Whatever is trying to be manipulated financially for the United States, therefore the rest of the world, because they follow suit. The rest of the world follows suit. What we do, they do. There's other countries that are having partisan issues as well. A lot of countries leaning towards the crimson tide. A lot of them. Okay, so this is, it's not going to happen. Ace of Swords. Clarity, not going to happen. This manipulation, this treachery. See, I shouldn't have done anything with his energy in it yesterday, because I'm feeling it. Had to cleanse myself several times with sage. Lots of meditation today. Knight of Wands. Inspired action. Forwardness. Inspired action. Passion. Passionate movement. Passionate, a task being completed. Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. Yes, the task being completed. Our celebration. This is us celebrating. Remember, this isn't by the month. That's not the way Spirit works for me. So I wish it did. Celebration, friendship, collaboration, creativity, friendship, community, happiness. So the question I asked after the general energies for 2025, which was temperance, the question I asked was about our ascension, our spiritual awakening. 2025 is going to be very big for that. There's President Harris right there. Sorry. There's President Harris there. Queen of Swords, cutting through the BS and taking no prisoners. Unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded, perceptive, transparent communication. We are never going to get the full story all at once on the alleged election fraud. Never going to get it all at once. We're going to get it in bits and pieces as we go. Will we ever find out everything that was going on? Because it's multifaceted. It's not just about voting machines and votes being thrown out or burned or switched or whatever. It's not just about that. Yes, Knight of Cups. We will know the whole story at some point, but it's going to trickle in. It's going to trickle. Okay, Cups, emotion, Knights, completing tasks. We as a people, as a collective, would not be able to emotionally, Cups, emotionally deal with all of the information coming in at once. That would incite riots. That would incite wars, civil wars within states. I'm hearing that would incite civil wars within states. Another Knight, Knight of Swords, bringing a message, bringing clarity. Our wishes will be fulfilled. Nine of Cups. This is the wish fulfilled card. Nine of Cups. Wish come true. Contentment, satisfaction, emotional stability, luxury, gratitude. I was listening to Hakeem Jeffries talking about how that trickle-down effect is such BS. And when I first heard of that didn't make sense to me. I'm like, well, I'm not seeing any of it. I'm not seeing any of that billionaire's money. It's not the way that works. The government has avoided a shutdown. Again, I'm happily wrong, but that is where it was headed to. And I didn't pull cards because I needed to give all of this a rest for the day and get some sleep, actually. So the shutdown was avoided, and also the Pelican Man's demands, he and non-president-elect space cadet, Remember I said he was acting like the president. Don't you know I see a bunch of headlines in my YouTube feed saying exactly the same thing. A couple hours later, like, oh, yep. So, anywho, yeah, that debt ceiling thing, removing the debt ceiling so that he could spend everybody else's money, that part did not go through on the deal, okay? I don't have all the specifics. You can look it up. You can go on the internet and stick it in your search engine, okay? The bill that was passed to keep the government open. Try it like that. I tried to get a name on the bill and I couldn't find a name. I'm sure there is one somewhere. All right, so 5 of Wands. There's still going to be people arguing, and we know who that is. Let's get something straight. Us, indigos, we indigos can be just as argumentative and nasty and salty. And I've been seeing a lot of that in some of the comments, and I'm like, whatever. Humans going to be humans. It's all good. Doesn't even faze me anymore. You know, I have to say, if you start noticing that if you just happen across something that has to do with Humpty Dumpty there, and it doesn't bother you, you've moved on. You've ascended to a higher level, a higher state of being. Because when I look at this stuff, I have sometimes certain things like strike this little twinge of fear in me, and then after a minute, it's like doesn't mean anything. That's now. That's what's happening now. We're pulling cards for what's happening later. What's happening now is an integral part of what happens later. This is our opportunity to raise our vibrations, to live in a different reality than the one that we have been living in. A better reality. Competition, rivalry, conflict, disagreements, strife, tension. That's not for us, though. I am being told that is for the Crimsons. The Crimson Tide. And for that fellow that left a comment about Alabama, roll Tide, Bubba. My nephew. It's funny. Okay. Left out in the cold. Again, not us. The others. And honestly, I don't want anybody left out in the cold. You know, there was a line in a movie. God, that movie's got to be freaking 20 years old or more. And some guy says, "Can't we all just get along?" And I mean, he was joking, but it's true. Can't we all just get along? What is the problem? I don't get it. I mean, I get it. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Strength, that's us. Our strength. And we are going to have to be strong, okay? Going to have to be strong until President Harris is inaugurated. Period, point blank. Keeping the faith without proof is hard. But if you look in the community section, you will see that there are some links, and there's one in particular about I don't know the names of all this. I'm words are escaping me as usual. There was a meeting. It was I think it was part of Congress, an offshoot of Congress they were talking about election fraud from foreign countries, dark money and such. And I hear, well, the Democrats do that too. Okay, maybe the Indigos do that. That's on them. Everybody's not them. And every Crimson Tide is not the Pelican Man. 2025, we see the fruits of our labor, of our labor of love, of raising the vibration. Keeping the focus on President Harris, Vice President Walz, and President Biden. Keeping the focus on them. Queen of Cups. Avril. This is Avril. She is a very strong person. A woman heading up all of those you see, words. The English language sounds so strange to me. That's a symptom of ascension as well, by the way. Anywho, she's strong. She's strong. A woman in her position. Thank you, Spirit, for helping me to rephrase that. Holy crow. I think that last brain cell in my head just froze. Okay, so, yeah. A woman in that position. That's a big deal. Queen of Pentacles. Stability. Being grounded. Our energy, the divine feminine, thank you. The divine feminine rising. And guides are still telling me March or after March is when things really start to take off and feel more comfortable. Swift forward movement. 8 of Wands. Things just taking off. It's a beautiful thing, people. Itchy nose. Page of Cups. Yeah. A message coming through. For some, it's going to create emotional havoc. For others, it's going to promote emotional calm. King of Cups. Our Vice President Walz. Right there. Emotions. Cups, emotions. He cares. He really does. He just gives a crap. Our victory. You can't get better than this. This is our victory. Because 99% of these cards are positive. We have one card, 2 cards. 2 cards. Now, the 5 of Wands, that doesn't have anything to do with us. Not really. Not if we choose to walk away. When people want to start arguments and talk trash. Just, bye. Saw you. And the sneakiness with the 5 of Swords. So those are the only 2 cards with negative connotations. But we already know about this. This is what's going to be found out. This is the thing that's going to be brought to light. Ace of Swords. Cutting through the BS. Fresh beginnings because of it. Feeling stuck. Again, not us. That would be the Crimson Tide. Feeling stuck. Doesn't want to look at the truth. Swords. Clarity. Doesn't want to look at the truth. Giving, receiving. Giving and receiving. That is the energy of President Harris. And President Biden. Giving and receiving, and even give and take. the wounded warrior, we're going to have to guard ourselves for a while until everything gets cleared up to the point where the actions that are being taken now take effect. Remember, it's a process. Holding on to our democracy, holding on to our rights as a race, as a country. Going to be a heavy burden for the opposition to deal with the truth coming out. But it's also, now remember, in the last video I said sometimes my cards, a lot lately actually, are having double meanings. So the opposition's going to have a heavy burden once the truth comes out. But it's also going to be a task, a heavy task for us. To get to the desired outcome. And there's more than one desired outcome, right? There's the desired outcome of President Harris being inaugurated, but there's also the desired outcome of what comes after that. The good stuff that comes after that. It's going to take time to get there. But wands are a fire energy, so they're about passion, being passionate. And we are passionate. And there's the opposition again. That's the Crimson Tide. Despair. So the despair card. 9 of Swords. Swords, clarity. That clarity is going to bring them despair. Seven of Wands. Challenge, competition, protection, perseverance, defense, maintaining control. This is what they're going to try to do. It is inevitable. And I can hear us all now going, really? Can we just move on now? They don't want to let this go. They don't want to let it go. Thank you to everybody who was pleasant in the way they delivered the information of the Pelican Man's court case there. I appreciate that. People who are kind. I had one person go, excuse me. I was like, dude, no, just nope. I don't think so. Oh, yes, happiness. Fresh new beginnings. Fresh emotional happiness, joy, freedom, bliss. I guess we're taking that one. Come here, you stinker. There we go. I got it. Okay. Queen of Wands. Now, to me, President Harris is the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands because she is passionate. And again, the divine feminine, not just Madam President, the divine feminine, all over, everywhere. And we're not looking to take anything over. We want balance. We want temperance. A balance. Not all one and all the other, or all the other. Heartbreak, not ours. But it is what we've been experiencing and still are to a point. Keep the faith. Keep that trust. The Lovers. There's that balance, you guys. Balanced partnerships. A balance between the feminine and the masculine. President Harris, Vice President Walz. There's a balance between the feminine and the masculine. An example for the rest of the world. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, things are going to, the task, okay, the inauguration of President Harris isn't really the slow part, even though it feels like it to us. The part that's going to take time is, again, that seeing the results of the actions that are being taken. The real results, not just I think Spirit's talking about court cases and indictments, which I was very rudely corrected on my pronunciation of indictment. So there you go. Yeah, I'm just calling people out today. What do I say? Mind how you talk to me. You're going to get the same energy from me that you're giving to me if you speak to me like that. Here's a question. When we're leaving comments, and myself included, I got to walk the talk. And I'm not perfect, you guys. I'm aware of that. But I strive to walk the talk. When we're leaving comments and giving someone information that may be incorrect or isn't quite right, or correcting someone in some way, shape, or form, are we correcting them to be kind and helpful, or are we correcting them to feel superior? Got to ask myself that question. I don't just sit there and type stuff out. I actually proofread what I type out, because I can come off just as snooty as anybody else. Just saying. So think about that, you guys. Again, most of you are fabulous in the comment section, but you always got to have somebody. And me calling somebody out on that has nothing to do with it bothered me, because it really doesn't bother me. The part of it that bothers me is everybody else has to read that. It's not the energy everybody else wants to be in. So keep it to yourself, please. Thank you. Oh, Shelly's cranky. Not enough sleep. Oh boy, look at this. Planning, progress. Yeah, there we go. So, Knight of Pentacles talked about slow progress, right? Two of Wands is about making plans. So these people being sentenced, the people involved being sentenced, is going to take forever, you guys. Forever. King of Wands. This also represents Vice President Walz. I take that back. I'm being told President Biden. Yes, President Biden. Remember to learn my lesson yesterday. Remember to keep the mainstream media at a minimum there. You can't even find anything on there on mainstream media about this wall that is allegedly coming up. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I don't know. I haven't asked the cards. But you can't even find any information on that. And in the past, if that was true, then it's because there was no such thing. If something doesn't pop up on the internet for you, it's probably because there is no such thing. But mainstream media is not being transparent. Haven't been. For ages. I don't even know how far it goes back. Don't care. Doesn't matter. But they're not being transparent. And one in particular, and I wrote this to somebody in the comments, MSNBC, but you have to watch them because they will turn on anyone on a dime. They will do the flip. Flip oh, now that person is awful and bad. And I remember when I was watching and this is the last time I watched mainstream news, when I was watching the election coverage in 2020, and I was watching MSNBC. They were just right there, and they were really good at the coverage, actually. And they were talking trash about Pelican Man, and as soon as President Biden was elected, then they flipped and started talking trash about him. So this is what I'm talking about. This is why I don't watch the news, and it actually physically hurts me to watch the news. But sometimes I have to, because I'm trying to be informed. Okay, so I can give clearer messages to you guys, right? But I learned my lesson. I don't trust any of them. Maybe PBS News, and I'm not sure about them. Maybe BBC News, but I'm not sure about them because they can be biased too. Don't know. Don't have the energy to check. So anywho, just try to stay away from that news, you guys. If we need to hear something, we'll hear it. Other people watch the news. We don't have to. We got this. Okay. We have happy home, happy family. We're going to end on that card. We get a couple oracles. End result. Happy home, happy family. Happy America. Happy people. Judgment on the bottom. There you go. Judgment on the bottom. Not our judgment. Oracles. Okay. Let's pick a rune oracle. For those of you who don't know, runes are the ancient Nordic alphabet. And they used the alphabet for several different things. And divination was one of them. Elder Futhark is what it's called. Elder Futhark. Futhark, I think. Futhark. Yep, K. Clear and precise messages, please. Okay, I'll take that one. Nowadays. That's what it looks like. I think that's protection. I might be wrong. Nope, delays, restriction, resistance leading to strength, innovation, need, self-reliance, distress, confusion, conflict, and the power of will to overcome them. And that's where we're still, remember now, according to the energies, the inauguration for President Harris will not happen until February, so we still have a month to go through this kind of thing. The delays and the arguing and the needing our strength. Nowadays, let's pick one more of those. I started out with runes when I started divination. That was over 30 years ago. Radio. Travel, both in the physical term and those of lifestyle directions, a journey, vacation, those of lifestyle directions. Vacation, relocation, evolution. Evolution, there's my word right there. Change of pace. A larger perspective. I lied. Let's do one more of those. Dagas. Breakthrough, awakening, awareness, daylight, clarity, as opposed to nighttime uncertainty. Daylight clarity as opposed to nighttime uncertainty. A time to plan or embark upon an enterprise. Okay. Sacred Traveler, please. And thank you. Sacred Traveler, it's not a promotion, Sacred Traveler box. Clear and precise messages, please. You are exactly where you need to be. Unknown territory. And the cards did speak of that, being uncomfortable and feeling like we're floundering. You are exactly where you need to be. We are exactly where we need to be. This has to play out if we want to survive. If we want to not annihilate ourselves, we have to do this. I'm being told the ETs will step in before that happens anyway. I was watching something about, and this you can find on the internet, on the web, a new nuclear plant being built in Virginia, which scares me a lot on a world level, on our level, on my sister's level. She lives in Virginia, 112 miles away from where they want to build this thing. And I'm hearing the ETs will step in before we annihilate ourselves. Thank the gods for that. Okay, here we go, people. Oh, this is our Mystic Journey Oracle. Rejoice. Find stuff to be grateful for. Rejoice for the outcome you know is coming. Show you my Mystic Journey. Here's our Mystic Journey. Let's get a healing energy oracle. I think Moonlight Energy uploaded something new too, or is uploading something new, so maybe by the time you see this it'll be done. Give her a look-see. We like her. We love her. Freedom through faith. Can't make this stuff up, you guys. I'm going to show you the picture. These are very shiny. No matter what I do, it's gonna glare. Freedom through faith. I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt by entrusting my doubts to God, higher power, source, the universe. I have faith in perfect timing and placement. I trust the universe's will and find freedom. It is freeing to trust. It's freeing to be vulnerable, because being vulnerable in front of people, it demands a level of trust. So it can be very freeing to be vulnerable, to be honest, to be as transparent as possible. A lot of work hiding stuff. I don't know how people find the energy to do that, because when you lie, you got to cover your butt. Unless you don't care about getting found out. Openness. Be open to receiving divine guidance in relationships. And that means any relationship. Relationship with self, partner, neighbors, friends, the world, the country. Be open to receiving divine guidance in relationships. And a couple of messages from our angels. Creative project. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion towards your life. So that's just a suggestion to take this, what's the word? Only word I can come up with is disquieted. Restless. Thank you, Spirit. Take this restless energy that you're feeling and transmute it into something else through creativity. And you don't have to draw, paint, sing, write. You don't have to do any of those things. Be creative at your job. You can be creative when you're vacuuming your floor. You can be creative at any point in time. All right, here we go. Let's try this again. Oh, I think it's this one here, you guys. Oneness. Yep. Well, there's not pictures, but the colors are pretty. Oneness. Someone you dearly miss is forever present in your heart. Remember, dearest one, that even though there has been a physical parting, spiritually, those we love never leave us. Creation is eternal. Nothing is ever truly missing, for all is interconnected and ultimately one. So, we have our guides, our angels, ascended masters, source, the universe, and those that we love that have crossed over, supporting us every step of the way. If we could stop looking at this situation as this awful, horrible thing that's outside of ourselves, that we're struggling to control something. We're trying to control something that's outside of us. And instead of seeing it as this, oh, this is the way it is, this is just the way it is, and see things through a different perspective. Maybe the perspective of, this is why we're here at this moment in time. We could try to look at this as part of a plan. And this is a plan that we helped develop. When we were in spirit form, we helped develop this. That's why we're here right now, to witness this change. From what I hear, we're the only species that has polarity, that needs something awful to bring around something good. We're the only species that does this. Earth School is the hardest planet ever. But we chose to be here and do this. So if we could try and look at it like this, we chose to be here. Therefore, we knew something good was going to come out of this. Turn it into a learning experience, an experience where we can look at it with awe and say, holy crap, look what we're part of. No matter how much it sucks right now. So that's a message from my guides to use, guys. Well, thanks for showing up. I don't know what's going on with that wall thing. I might pull cards, I might not. I haven't made up my mind. I kind of want to wait, though. It's security. That's the only word I'm getting. Maybe we're not supposed to know. Security. So, so I still have a little time. I did look it up. Because I put that in my search engine, you know, is there a wall being built around the White House? And it came up with, okay, they put a wall around the White House on the 4th of November in case there were issues due to the election, okay? And the only other thing was a gentleman about 6 days ago, it said, climbed over the wall and was arrested for whatever, being on private property, whatever. They probably tack a few other charges to him as well. So that's all I got. Not getting any information on that wall. And I'm not being given information on that wall. Okay? And I'm not going to believe everything I read. Just because, even a reader I like. And I don't think people are lying. I really don't. I need to know that the information is true. It's important to me. So I'm going to talk to my guides. And if I do spit out a video, it's not going to be tonight, probably. All right. Probably be tomorrow night, Saturday night. I'll think on it. Let me see how I feel physically, okay? Like I said, I'm exhausted. So I ran my mouth. Thanks for letting me run my mouth. All right, you guys. Have a beautiful evening, day, morning, whenever you see this. Much love and many blessings. Thanks for showing up.